Did you know during the Great Depression, people made sandwiches out of dandelions? Yes, you heard that right. The economic hardships of the 1930s led to some truly creative culinary concoctions. Today we delve into the fascinating world of Depression-era foods. First on our list is the aforementioned dandelion sandwiches. During the Great Depression, dandelion sandwiches emerged as a resourceful and nutritious meal for many struggling families. Dandelions, easily foraged from fields and yards, were an accessible source of vitamins A, C, and K, as well as minerals like iron and calcium. The sandwiches typically featured fresh or sautéed dandelion greens, sometimes paired with a bit of salt and pepper, or even mustard to enhance the flavor. This simple dish exemplified the ingenuity of the era, as people turned to wild, edible plants to supplement their diets in the face of economic hardship. Beyond their practicality, dandelion sandwiches also offered a surprising amount of nourishment, helping to sustain families when other food sources were scarce. Today, they stand as a reminder of the resilience and creativity that defined the culinary practices of the Depression era. Hoover Stew, named after President Herbert Hoover, epitomizes the resourcefulness of American families during the Great Depression. As a cheap, filling, and easy-to-make dish, it became a staple in many households facing economic hardship. The stew typically consisted of macaroni, canned tomatoes, hot dogs, and canned vegetables, ingredients that were both affordable and readily available. The dish's name reflects the widespread sentiment towards President Hoover, who is often blamed for the economic collapse. Despite its humble components, Hoover Stew provided much-needed sustenance and could be easily scaled to feed large families. This stew is a poignant reminder of the era's struggle and ingenuity, illustrating how people made do with limited resources. Though it has largely disappeared from modern tables, Hoover Stew remains a symbol of resilience and adaptability in American culinary history. Mulligan Stew is a hearty, makeshift dish that became emblematic of the Great Depression era, particularly among the homeless and transient hobo community. Named after the colloquial term mulligan, which implied a communal meal, this stew was made from a hodgepodge of ingredients scavenged or donated. Typically, it included whatever vegetables, meats, and grains were available, creating a nourishing and warm meal. The history of Mulligan Stew is deeply intertwined with the economic hardships of the 1930s. Hobos, traveling in search of work, would gather around a campfire and contribute whatever food they had, pooling resources to create a communal potluck. This practice fostered a sense of community and survival. The dish symbolizes resilience, ingenuity, and the spirit of cooperation during one of America's most challenging times. Today, Mulligan Stew remains a nostalgic reminder of these shared struggles and collective resourcefulness. The poor man's meal is a quintessential Depression-era dish that embodies the resourcefulness of the time, typically consisting of potatoes, onions, and hot dogs or other inexpensive meats. It was a hearty and affordable way to feed a family. The dish's simplicity made it accessible to many households facing financial hardships. The history of the poor man's meal is deeply rooted in the economic struggles of the 1930s, when families had to stretch their budgets and make do with what was available. This meal became popular because it used staple ingredients that were cheap and readily available. Potatoes provided a filling base, onions added flavor, and hot dogs or scraps of meat offered protein. Today, the poor man's meal serves as a reminder of the ingenuity and resilience of people during the Great Depression, illustrating how they adapted their cooking practices to survive tough times. Prune pudding emerged as a staple dessert during the Great Depression, a time when frugality and resourcefulness were paramount. Made from stewed prunes, sugar, water, and thickened with cornstarch, this simple yet nutritious dish provided a sweet treat in an era marked by scarcity. Prunes, known for their long shelf life and nutritional benefits, were an affordable and readily available ingredient. The pudding's popularity can be attributed to its ease of preparation and the minimal, inexpensive ingredients required. Often served at family meals and community gatherings, prune pudding became a symbol of resilience and ingenuity. Its tangy sweetness and smooth texture offered a moment of comfort and normalcy amidst economic hardship. Today, prune pudding stands as a nostalgic reminder of the resourceful culinary practices that sustained families through one of the toughest periods in American history. Corned beef luncheon salad emerged during the Great Depression as a creative and economical meal. Utilizing canned corned beef, this salad was a practical way to stretch limited resources and provide a nutritious dish for families. The salad typically included chopped corned beef, mixed with ingredients like boiled potatoes, pickles, onions, and sometimes canned peas, all bound together with a simple dressing of mayonnaise or vinegar. Canned corned beef, a staple in many households due to its affordability and long shelf life, became the cornerstone of this dish. The salad offered a balance of protein and vegetables, making it a filling and versatile option. Often served on a bed of lettuce or with slices of bread, corned beef luncheon salad exemplified the resourcefulness of Depression-era cooking. This dish has since faded from the modern table, but remains a testament to the ingenuity of past generations in making the most of available ingredients. Egg drop soup is a simple and comforting dish made by whisking beaten eggs into hot chicken broth, resulting in delicate ribbons of cooked egg floating in the soup. This soup has a rich history, originating in China over 2,000 years ago during the Han Dynasty. It was traditionally served as a restorative dish, believed to be nourishing and easily digestible. The basic recipe includes chicken broth, eggs, and sometimes cornstarch to thicken the soup. Variations might include the addition of tofu, scallions, and white pepper. The simplicity and affordability of egg drop soup made it popular during the Great Depression, when families needed nutritious and inexpensive meals. Its appeal has endured, and it remains a staple in Chinese cuisine and Chinese-American restaurants, valued for its soothing qualities and ease of preparation. Spaghetti with boiled carrots and white sauce is a humble dish that emerged during the Great Depression, a time when families had to stretch limited resources. This meal exemplified the creativity and resourcefulness necessary to make do with what was available. Spaghetti, an inexpensive and filling pasta paired with boiled carrots, provided a nutritious component that was easily accessible and rich in vitamins. The white sauce, typically made from basic pantry staples like flour, butter, and milk or its substitutes, added flavor and a creamy texture to the dish. The simplicity of this meal made it a staple in many households struggling to put food on the table. Over time, as economic conditions improved and more diverse ingredients became available, dishes like spaghetti with boiled carrots and white sauce faded from common use, but they remain a testament to the ingenuity of Depression-era cooking. Vinegar pie is a testament to the resourcefulness of cooks during the Great Depression. Devised as a substitute for fruit pies when fresh produce was scarce and expensive, vinegar pie uses simple pantry staples. The pie's filling is made from a mixture of vinegar, sugar, water, butter, and flour, creating a custard-like consistency with a tangy flavor that mimics the tartness of fruit. This pie dates back to pioneer times in America, but became especially popular during the 1930s. It reflects the ingenuity of home cooks who had to make do with limited ingredients. The vinegar provides a necessary acidity that balances the sweetness, resulting in a surprisingly delicious dessert. Vinegar pie is a poignant reminder of how families used creativity and adaptability to persevere through challenging economic times, turning basic, humble ingredients into cherished, comforting treats. Chipped beef on toast, also known as SOS, for *T on a shingle, gained popularity during the Great Depression and World War II due to its simplicity and affordability. The dish typically consists of dried salted beef that is thinly sliced or chipped, then creamed and served over toast. It became a staple in military mess halls and homes alike because the ingredients were shelf-stable and readily available. During World War II, it was a standard part of military rations, providing soldiers with a hearty meal that could be easily prepared in the field. The nickname *T on a shingle reflects its humble origins and the slang used by soldiers to describe their rations. While not as commonly served today, chipped beef on toast remains a nostalgic reminder of a time when resourcefulness and simplicity were valued in the kitchen, offering comfort and sustenance during challenging times. Hot milk cake, a Depression-era staple, gained popularity due to its simple ingredients and ease of preparation during tough economic times. This classic American dessert dates back to the late 19th century, known for its moist texture and delicate flavor. The key to its unique taste lies in heating milk before incorporating it into the batter, which enhances the cake's richness and tenderness. Originally, hot milk cake was enjoyed as a frugal yet satisfying treat, often served plain or with a dusting of powdered sugar. Its enduring appeal lies in its versatility. It can be adapted with various flavorings, such as vanilla or lemon, making it suitable for different tastes and occasions. Despite its humble origins, hot milk cake continues to be cherished today for its nostalgic charm and timeless simplicity, reminding us of the resilience and resourcefulness of those who relied on it during times of hardship. Bologna Casserole emerged during the Great Depression as a testament to resourcefulness and affordability. Made from inexpensive bologna slices layered with potatoes and cheese, this dish epitomized the era's pragmatic approach to stretching ingredients. Families often facing economic hardship turned to recipes like Bologna Casserole for hearty filling meals that could feed many mouths. The casserole was typically baked until golden and bubbly, transforming humble ingredients into a comforting dish reminiscent of simpler times. Its popularity endured in various forms throughout the Depression and beyond, adapting to regional tastes and ingredient availability. Today, while less common on family tables, Bologna Casserole serves as a culinary relic reminding us of the resilience and ingenuity required to sustain through challenging times in history. Cabbage and Noodles, also known as haluski or halushki, is a comforting dish with humble origins, often associated with Central and Eastern European cuisine. Originating as a peasant dish, it became popular during the Great Depression for its simplicity and affordability. The dish typically consists of sautéed cabbage and onions, mixed with egg noodles and seasoned with salt, pepper and sometimes butter, or bacon fat for added flavor. Its appeal lies in its hearty nature and the use of inexpensive, readily available ingredients. Cabbage, a staple vegetable that stores well, provided essential nutrients during lean times, while noodles added filling carbohydrates. Over time, variations emerged, incorporating regional touches, such as different seasonings or the addition of meat. Today, cabbage and noodles continue to be cherished for their nostalgic value, and as a reminder of a time when resourcefulness in the kitchen was a necessity. Bread and milk refers to a simple yet enduring combination that has roots deep in cultural and historical contexts worldwide. Originating from times when these were staple foods for many societies, the pairing symbolizes sustenance and simplicity. Historically, bread represented basic sustenance, often linked with agricultural societies where grains were plentiful. Milk, a vital source of protein and nutrients, was similarly fundamental, particularly in agrarian cultures where dairy farming was prevalent. The combination has appeared in various forms across different cultures, from European milk soups thickened with breadcrumbs to modern interpretations like French pain perdu, French toast, or Spanish leche frita, fried milk dessert. Beyond its nutritional value, bread and milk carries a nostalgic resonance, evoking memories of childhood comfort and humble meals during challenging times. Today, while elaborate dishes dominate culinary trends, this humble duo persists, cherished for its timeless simplicity and cultural significance. Meatloaf, a staple comfort food, has a rich history rooted in practicality and adaptation. Originating in ancient civilizations like Roman cuisine, it evolved through medieval Europe into various forms of minced meat dishes. In the United States, meatloaf gained popularity during the Great Depression as a thrifty way to stretch ground meat further. Its basic ingredients, typically ground beef or a mix of meats, breadcrumbs, eggs, and seasonings, were affordable and readily available. During World War II, meatloaf remained popular due to meat rationing. Over time, regional variations emerged, incorporating local ingredients and flavors. Today, meatloaf continues to be beloved for its versatility and nostalgic appeal, often served with mashed potatoes and gravy. Beyond its humble origins, meatloaf represents a culinary tradition that celebrates resourcefulness and the ability to create hearty, satisfying meals from simple ingredients. Potato pancakes, also known as latkes in Jewish cuisine, have a rich history dating back centuries. Originating in Eastern Europe, particularly in countries like Poland and Ukraine, these pancakes were initially made with grated potatoes mixed with flour or matzo meal, eggs and seasoning, then fried until golden brown. During the Great Depression, potato pancakes became especially popular due to their affordability and ability to stretch a small amount of ingredients into a filling meal. Families could make use of leftover potatoes or other pantry staples to create these crispy delights. Today, potato pancakes are enjoyed around the world, often served with sour cream or applesauce. They have also evolved into various regional and cultural variations, showcasing their adaptability and enduring appeal as a comfort food. Apple dumplings have a rich history rooted in American and European culinary traditions. Originating in the 17th century, these desserts were a way to make use of seasonal apples and simple pantry ingredients. Early recipes often involved wrapping cored and peeled apples in pastry dough, then baking or boiling them until tender. Over time, variations emerged, with some regions adding cinnamon, nutmeg, or raisins to the filling, and others serving them with a sweet sauce or custard. Apple dumplings gained popularity in the United States during the 19th century, becoming a staple in Appalachian and Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine. Today, they remain a cherished comfort food, enjoyed for their warm, comforting flavors and nostalgia-inducing appeal. Whether served plain or with a scoop of vanilla ice cream, apple dumplings continue to symbolize the ingenuity and resourcefulness of generations past in creating delicious desserts from humble ingredients. Fried spaghetti, born out of necessity during the Great Depression, transformed leftover pasta into a flavorful and economical dish. Originating in Italian-American communities, particularly in New York City, it became a staple among families seeking to stretch their food supplies. Cooks would sauté cooked spaghetti in a skillet with garlic, olive oil, and sometimes leftover vegetables or meats, creating a crispy, savory dish that offered both sustenance and satisfaction. Over time, this humble creation gained popularity for its simplicity and versatility, adapting to different regional tastes and ingredients. Today, fried spaghetti remains a nostalgic reminder of resilience and ingenuity during times of hardship, showcasing how resourcefulness in the kitchen can lead to enduring culinary traditions. Liver loaf, a Depression-era staple, emerged from the necessity to stretch meager resources into filling meals. Often made with inexpensive liver, breadcrumbs, and seasonings, it represented a frugal yet hearty approach to cooking during tough economic times. Liver loaf's popularity was rooted in its affordability and the ability to transform a humble ingredient into a substantial dish. Families would grind liver, mix it with breadcrumbs or oats for texture, and season it with onions, herbs, and spices before baking or frying. This dish not only provided essential nutrients but also showcased the ingenuity of cooks who adapted to scarcity without sacrificing flavor. While liver loaf may not be as commonly prepared today, its historical significance reflects resilience and creativity in the face of adversity, offering a glimpse into how food traditions evolve with economic and social change. Hamburger gravy, a staple during the Great Depression, emerged as a frugal yet satisfying dish born out of necessity. Made from ground beef, flour, milk, and seasonings, it provided a hearty meal that stretched ingredients to feed families economically. Often served over biscuits, toast, or potatoes, this dish exemplified the resourcefulness of the era, where every ingredient was maximized for its nutritional value and affordability. The simplicity of its preparation made it accessible to households facing economic hardship, while its comforting flavors provided a sense of familiarity and nourishment during challenging times. Hamburger gravy continues to resonate today as a reminder of resilience and ingenuity in the face of adversity, reflecting a culinary tradition shaped by the need for practicality and sustenance. As we wrap up our look at these 20 Depression-era foods, we hope you've enjoyed this journey into culinary history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep exploring fascinating stories like these with us. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching and see you next time.